Park here tonight. Legends will meet, legends will play. As tonight, it will be the 1963 National League All Stars versus the 2023 American League All Stars. Garrett Cole pitches for the American League. The left hand of God, Sandy Koufax in the league. Hello, everybody. This is the Sports Time Machine. Welcome you to an epic clash of the classics here. The American League 2023 issued a challenge, and the 1963 National League decided to say, hey, we can beat these guys, and we'll be using a stinking DH to do it. The American League All-Stars are the home team. They will abide by their rules. We will be playing with full super advance with weather. So it's an average night here in Seattle, and we'll play with home run conditions and ballpark singles, with only a 1-2 for singles, 1-7 for home runs. Here are your lineups for this ball game for the visiting 1963 National League All Stars. Tommy Davis leads off in right, batting second. Henry Aaron playing right field. Batting third is Bill White of the Cardinals playing first base. Batting fourth is Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid. Batting fifth is Willie McCovey. Batting sixth is Ed Bailey. Batting seventh is Ken Boyer. Batting eighth is Dick Grote. And batting ninth is Julian Javier. On the mound is the left hand of God, Sandy Koufax. For the American League, Marcus Simeon will lead off at second. Shohei Ohtani, Julio Rodriguez bats third. He's in center. Corey Seager bats fourth. He's at shortstop. Aaron Judge bats fifth. He's in right. Julio, or say it's why can't I remember your name, dude? Let's see. Give me 1 second. I just got really dumb here. Batting sixth, representing the Cleveland Indians, Jose Ramirez. He will be your second baseman. Or your third fielder, Randy Arozarena. Batting eighth is your catcher. It is going to be Adley Rushman. And batting ninth and playing first base, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the mound for the American League, representing the New York Yankees, Garrett Cole. The benches for the American League: Salvador Perez, Bo Bichette, Will Merrifield, Yordan Alvarez, and Kyle Tucker. Those are your representative team from the 1963s: Orlando Cepeda, Johnny Edwards, Ron Santo, Roberto Clemente, Joe Torre, Stan Musial, Maury Wills, and Duke Snyder. Those are your benches. Those are your starters. And guess what, folks? It's ready for baseball. Let's play ball as we're playing the All-Star Classic. It is the National League All-Stars of 1963 versus the American League All-Stars of 2020. Let's get us started here at the big ballpark. Mr. GG, welcome aboard. Thank you. Barbara coming in. Thank you. And Cutter Historical. Wow, I got some people in the group tonight. I'm not sure Mr. GG has been in my chat room before. I welcome you in if you have not. So let's go ahead and play ball from T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. I'm going to be playing as both teams, so they have both represent. We're not going to play by all-star rules. If the pitchers can last a long time, they will stay in the game. So here is Tommy Davis, leads off for the Dodgers, hit 326, 16 homers, 88 RBIs. He'll bat right-handed against Garrett. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Tommy Davis, first pitch of the ball game. Ooh, that's going to be, have to change that roll, and it's going to be a 4-6. That's a base hit for Tommy Davis. So Tommy Davis is on with a base hit. Let's go ahead and change the results so they come out a little bit better. They all stop at the same time. So dice split results. And let's see, all dice stop together. Yep. Split cards are automatic. Yep. And we are good. So here is Henry Aaron. 44 home runs, 130 runs batted in. Bats second tonight. So Garrett Cole from the stretch. He's a -2. So no, we will hold Tom. Probably not going to run. Cole from the stretch. The pitch to Aaron, the first big pitch to the ball game. That's a ground ball to short. Hits it at Seager. Grounds to second. Back to first, and that's a double play. 6-4-3 double play. What a job from Corey Seager. Actually, they called that a rare play in Stratomatic. So that was an automatic double play. They called it interference. So now here is Bill White. Yes, Scooter, it's Bill White. 304 hitter, 27 home runs, 109 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against Cole. Cole looks in, gets a pitch. That's going to be a strikeout out. Big strikeout for Garrett Cole, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the first inning. National League, nothing. Here comes the American League. Here is Marcus Semien, leads off, hitting 276, 29 home runs, 100 runs batted in. Remember, this is when the Rangers won the World Championships. They did have some representatives in this team. Seager, right-hand hitter on the mound. Yes, he is. Sandy Koufax, 25-5, 1.88 ERA, 214 hits, 311 innings. Yeah, good luck hitting him. So here's Koufax against Semien. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a line drive base hit for Semien. He gets the 10% roll for a base, and now Semien can get a jump. Wow, what a chance that was. So Semien will go for the jump, doesn't get it. He's on it first, and here is Shohei Ohtani. Left-handed hitter against Koufax, a dream matchup. Left-handed Koufax, left-handed Ohtani. Here is the pitch of the ball game. That's going to be struck him out. Ohtani down on strikes. Koufax says, sit down, Shohei. Sayonara, he says. One away in the first for Julio Rodriguez. 275 hitter, 32 home run. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in from the stretch, and here's the first pitch. And that's a fly ball in the center field. Not going to travel. Mays is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now here's the shortstop, young Corey Seager, coming off an MVP season. 33 home runs, 96 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the left hand of God. Koufax looks in from the stretch. Semien to take a lead. There's the pitch to Seager. And that's a strikeout for Koufax. He played 1 here in Seattle. It's the 2000. It is National League nothing and the American League nothing. Top of the second here at T-Mobile Park. And we welcome all who've come in. If you're not yet a subscriber, please subscribe. If you haven't, please click on that like button. Do everything you can help me support my channel, folks. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to start doing a lot of these little time machine travel projects. And I thought that would be interesting. I was going to put Skeens and Screwball on this roster. I said, now let's play him as is. But yeah, we're going to have stuff like this. I wanted Koufax against Skeens tonight, but we'll go Cole and see how he does. Top of the second, it's Mays. This season, 38 home runs, 103 RBI, 314 average. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole with the wide Mays. And that's a line drive caught by Seager, 1 away. Seager was right there. 280 hitter, 44 home runs, 102 ribbies. Great power hitter, especially against right-handed pitching. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole looks in from the rubber. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a ground ball to second. Hit at Simeon. Throws to first, and there's 2 outs. So now here is Ed Bailey. Bailey, 263 hitter, 21 home runs, 68 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter here against Cole. Cole looks in. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a walk to Ed Bailey. He's on base with 2 outs, and it brings up Mr. Ken Boyer. Ken Boyer, 24 home runs, 111 RBIs, hit 285 in this season. Then 2 out and the pitch to Boyer. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Hit at third baseman Ramirez, throws them out and retires aside. We go to the bottom of the second. It is National League nothing, American League nothing. And now here comes number 99, Aaron Judge. He comes. This is the quintessential left hand of God versus the right hand of muscle. Kourax looks in the Judge, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Judge. Walked him. So Judge is on with a walk. Again, Bailey a +1. Kourax a +1. It is going to be an even just to hold Judge on. Let's see if Judge has any numbers to steal. He gets it on a 4. Let's see if he gets it. And he doesn't, so he'll hold place at first. Here's Jose Ramirez, 282 hitter, 24 home runs. He puts down the sign. Kourax working from the stretch and the pitch. And it's going to be ground ball to third. Hit at Boyer. Goes to second, to first. Double play. Twin killing. Boyer goes to Javier to White and turns the double play. 5-4-3. So now here's Randy Arozarena, 254 hitter, 23 homers, 83 runs batted in. Starting left fielder for the American League. Kourax looks in, pitch to Arozarena. That's a ground ball to first, hit at White, takes it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. We played 2 here at T-Mobile. It's National League nothing, American League nothing. National League 63-0, American League 23-0. Top of the third here at T-Mobile Park. Legend Sports Universe is here. How you doing, folks? All right, thank you. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for being here at the ballpark. Sometimes the chat GPTs banners, they really pull people in to wonder what the heck I'm doing. So this time I'm grateful it makes such a good one for me. It tells people, hey, something special is happening inside this room. And it is a clash of champions, the 63 National League All-Stars versus the 2023 American League All-Stars. Here's Dick Rote. Dick Rote on the season hit .319, 6 homers, 73 runs batted in. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole with the windup and the pitch. Base. So now will be a -5 from the run. So Grote will basically be stationary. Now here's Julian Javier. Hit .263, 9 home runs, 46 runs batted in. The American League will play the corners in case they decide the bunt. Let's see if Javier has it in him, the bunt. He's an A bunter. So let's go ahead and do the bunt here. So a bunt he goes, and he lays it down. No, he gets a second. So great job by Javier laying down the bunt. Grote the second, and there's one away for Tommy Davis. National League the third, no score. Both teams with 1 hit. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole looking from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out, and the pitch to Tommy Davis. Fouls out behind the plate. Rushman is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now Cole has to deal with the monster part of this lineup. That's going to be Aaron, White, and Mays. So Aaron the bat, runner on second, 2 outs. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole looking from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Henry Aaron. That's a line drive. Oh, what a play. Was right and got it. Oh, like a dart. And Seager picks it up, throws the ball back in, and you can put a star on that one. Let's go to the bottom of third. National League nothing. American League nothing. That was a single on a 1 to 16, a line out 17 through 20, and he got to 17. So the American League comes up. It will be the young Adley Rushman, who really hasn't generated the same year he did from his rookie season. 277 hitter, 20 homers, 80 RBIs. Then it'll be Vlad and Marcus Simeon hitting against the left hand of God, Sandy Koufax. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in, and the windup to Rushman. And that's a strikeout. Good night, Mr. Rushman. So a big strikeout for Sandy. That is strikeout number 3. And here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 264 hitter, 26 homers, 94 runs batted in. Just looking at Guerrero's card and see where his power is. Boy, where the heck is his power? He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any power on the dang card. 20's batted in. Holy smokes, that card is not good. Wow. Let's look at Vlad's card. That is such a surprising card. Where is Vlad's card power versus lefties? And he has it against righties, but not against lefties. Holy one-sided Batman. So all right, so Vlad comes in, must not hit many home runs against lefties this season. Vlad looks in, gets the sign. Vlad Jr. steps up. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a flying out to the first baseman. Bill White is there, and there's 2 away. Here's Marcus Simeon. He steps up to hit from the right-hand side. Last to third, no score here at Seattle. T-Mobile Park, home of this game. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax with the windup and pitch to Simeon. And that's a strikeout for Koufax as he retires aside. Left hand of God continues to do his job. We played 3 here in Seattle. It's National League nothing and the American League nothing. Koufax, 3 innings, 1 hit, and 4 Ks with a walk, while Cole, 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, and only 1 strikeout. We go to the top of the 4th. Here's Bill White, followed by Mays and McCovey. Cole looks in, gets a sign. Here's the pitch to Bill White, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. That's picked up by Guerrero, takes it to the bag himself, and there's 1 away. Here's Willie Mays. Mays steps up 0 for 1 in the ball game. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole with the big leg kick and pitch to Mays. And that's going to be deep to right center field. That could go and going. Goodbye. The Say Hey Kid just homers to right center field. And the National League takes a 1-0 lead. Stretch. Willie McCovey 0 for 1 in the ball game. Mays crosses home plate, gives McCovey a high five, and the National League dugout is out to celebrate with Mays. 1-0 National League here in the 4th. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole looks in with the windup to McCovey, and that's going to be a fly ball into left field. Rosarena better be on his horse, gets the exit, and makes the play. 2 outs here in the 4th. Here's Ed Bailey. He walked his first time up. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole looks in, and here's the pitch to Ed Bailey. Bailey, ground ball to third, hit at Ramirez, throw in. Vlad could not make the play. It came on a bounce, and that's an E5 on Jose Ramirez. So Bailey's on it first on the error, and it brings up Ken Boyer. You don't want to give this National League team any chance of adding on runs. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole from the stretch. 1-0 National League in the 4th. Runner on first. Pitch to Boyer. And Boyer, ground ball back to the mound. Cole takes it, throws it to first, and retires aside. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's National League 1 and the American League nothing. 1-0 National League. I want to thank everyone coming out to the ballpark here. Good ball game here, of course. So now let's see if we have a ball game we can go here. It can do some fantastic stuff. Love some of the AI stuff it can do for me. So let's continue here. Here is Otani, followed by Rodriguez and Seager, the bat against Koufax. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in with the big windup and pitch to Otani and struck him out. Good night, Mr. Otani. That's two strikes up. Julio Rodriguez, the hometown guy. He's 0 for 1. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Julio, and that's going to be ground ball to third. Boyer's got it across the diamond, and there's 2 outs, and here's Seager. 2 outs for Seager. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. 5 strikeouts for Koufax. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in. Here's the big windup and pitch to Seager, and struck him out. That is strikeout number 6. Let's head to the top league. 1-2-0 for the National League. 0-1-1 for the American League. Garrett Cole comes out by Julian Javier and Tommy Davis. Rushman puts down a sign. Cole looks in with the big windup and pitch to Grote. That's going to be a walk to Grote again. I believe he walked before, so he's on at first now with nobody out. Javier steps up, and it looks like he may be ready to sacrifice again, the 9th hitter. So he does good job done. Grote moves to second just like he did earlier. So there's sacrifice for Javier. Here's Tommy Davis, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Garrett Cole needs to make a big pitch here. It's 1-0 National League in the 5th. One run seems unstoppable right now for Koufax. You want to give him 2 runs, you might as well just put the betting odds at 100-1. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Tommy Davis. That's a strikeout for Garrett Cole. That's in 63. That's 2 outs now here in the 5th. And here's Henry Aaron. Aaron 0 for 2. On deck is Bill White. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole working from the stretch. Grote takes a good lead off second, not good speed, does get the additional 2 points for being 2 outs, but is that going to be enough? This outfield does have good arms. Arozarena is kind of a red light arm. Julio Rodriguez is definitely a red light arm, and Aaron Judge is an absolute you better stop right here arm. So Grote will have a hard time scoring anything. 2 outs here in the 5th. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Aaron. And that's going to be a line drive base hit this time. Grote will go to third. He'll have to stop there. Julio gets the ball in. Cut off by Seager. First and third. 2 outs. Now here is Bill White. White is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Let's see if they're able to do it. First and third. 2 outs. Rushman puts down the sign. White 0 for 2 so far. Cole working from the stretch. He needs to make an absolute monster big pitch. Pitch to Bill White. It is a fly ball right field. Catch, and the side is retired. The National League strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 National League here in Seattle. National League 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. The American League, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. Back to Aaron Judge. He walked the first time up. He'll be followed by Ramirez and Arozarena. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in, and the big leg kick, the pitch to Judge. Struck him out. Judge retired on strikes that or the left hand of God. Here's a switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in, and the big leg kick and the pitch. That's a strikeout for Koufax. That is strikeout number 9. Or strikeout, let's see what that is. Strikeout number 8 for Sandy. 2 outs in the 5th for Randy Arozarena. He's 0 for 1. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in. Will he make it a good afternoon? Will he make it a good morning? Good afternoon. Let's see if Sandy makes it a good night on Arozarena. And that is going to be a deep drive to left field. This could be trouble. Back goes Davis. It's gone. Randy Arozarena goes around first, comes around second, does a little hop and skip around third. That's going to piss off the National League. He comes around home. He's greeted by at 1. A 30% chance at a home run gets Sandy Koufax. A 4 comes up, and we're tied at 1 in the 5th. Here is Adley Rushman. Game tied, new ball game now. Bailey puts down the sign. Kourax looks in, and the windup to Rushman. Ground ball to second, hits at Javier. Goes to first. No, he couldn't make it. Throws the first, not in time. So Rushman beats it out. E4 on Javier. Both teams now have a miscue. So Rushman's on it first, 2 out. And it brings up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Bailey puts down the sign. Kourax working from the stretch. Kourax now has another out he has to deal with. Let's see if he makes the mistake to him here. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Vladimir Guerrero. Rushman will go to third. Easy. Junior will stop at first. And the American League have runners at the corner is tied. So Marcus Semien up for the third time here in the fifth inning. He steps in. Bailey puts down the sign. Kourax working from the stretch. First and third, 2 out. The big pitch to the ball game to Semien. And that's going to be a catch. X. That is a nice play. Throws the first. Got him. Retires aside. What a play by Ed Bailey. He makes the throw to first. Retires aside. 2 runners are stranded. We head to the top of the sixth. It's 1-1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. So it's a 1-1 tie heading to the sixth. What a ball game here at T-Mobile Park. So now it'll be Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, and Ed Bailey. McCovey has homer in this ball game against Cole. Top of sixth. Cole looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Mays. And that's a ground ball to short. Seager's got it. Goes to first for the first out here in the sixth. Here's Willie McCovey, 0 for 2 in this ball game. Big left-handed hitter. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole with the big windup and pitch to McCovey. And that's going to be a liner in the center field. Julio goes after it, and his horse makes the. Here's Ed Bailey. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 outs here in the sixth. Bailey, a left-handed hitter, walks so far. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole with the windup. Here's the pitch to Ed Bailey. And that's a base hit to right field for Ed Bailey. 4th hit of the ball game for the National League. And it brings up Ken Boyer, who's 0 for 2. Cole looks in, touches the rubber, works from the stretch now. Bailey, no threat to steal. Cole from the stretch, the pitch to Boyer. And that's a ground ball to short. Hit at Seager. Goes to first and to the bottom of the sixth. It's National League 1, American League 1. So Kourax working his 6th inning of work. He has given up 3 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. The big hit, the home run by Randy Arozarena. Here's Ohtani, 0 for 2, 2 big strikeouts. Bailey puts down the sign. Kourax with a big windup and pitch to Ohtani. Struck him out again. 3 strikeouts for Ohtani. Good morning, good afternoon, and 9 strikeouts for Kourax. Here's Julio Rodriguez. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Bailey puts down the sign. Kourax looks in. Does he get an even 10? Here's the pitch to Julio. Struck him out looking. You need something, Julio? Nope, just looking. Little window shopping for Julio. Not buying today. 2 outs here in the sixth for Corey Seager. He's 0 for 2 today. Can Kourax make it and strike out the side? He has 10 through 5 2/3. Bailey puts down the sign. Kourax looks in, gets it. Here's the pitch to Seager. And base hit for Seager for it. So Seager is on. Little more speed for Corey. But big Aaron Judge up with 1 out. The Seager try to run. Doesn't get the auto steal, so we'll see if he can get it. The 4% chance says no. So Seager will hold on there. See if Aaron Judge comes up. He's 0 for 1, a walk and a K. Bailey puts down the sign. Kourax from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Judge. And that's going to be a line drive deep the left center field. This one's going to go. Gone. Home run, Aaron Judge. Seager scores. Judge around third, gets the high five, and the American League jump on top 3-1 here in the sixth. 2-run home run for captain number 99. Here's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 2 so far. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in. Here's the pitch to Ramirez and gets the strikeout to strike out the side. But Aaron Judge adds a 2-run bomb. We head to the seventh, 3-1 American League. So the American League jump on top on a. We go to the top of the seventh here. Again, folks, if you are here, please like. If you haven't, please subscribe. And thank you again for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. Probably later on could get something else out there. I've been working on that 1987 college basketball tournament, so I might get some more of that out to you tonight. So stay tuned. Might have another stream later on this evening, possibly. So let's head back to the ballpark and see where we're at. It's going to be Garrett Cole in his seventh inning of work. So it's going to be Grodes down the sign. Cole with the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a walk for the third time. I think Dick Rode has rolled the 1-7. So now does Julian Javier do what he does before? This is the seventh inning, so I am going to make an institute the rule where you can swing. So Javier will come out of the ball game. Javier is my second baseman. So who can play second? Who can play second on this team is going to be important. Oh, do they even have a backup second baseman? Holy cow. Let's see who can play. Let's see. Do we have a backup second baseman on this team? You know what? I don't think so. So that is not good. So they should have had somebody on this team who can play second. And they don't. So you know what? Julian Javier is going to have to swing or do something here. So Javier unfortunately has to swing. I'm not sure why there's not a backup. So Javier will bat. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole from the stretch. Runner on first. Nobody out. Does Javier swing away or does he bunt again? Let's let Javier hit and see what happens. Swing away. Fly ball left field. At least he didn't hit into a double play. A Rosarena with the catch. And there's one out for Tommy Davis. Now they do is a year where Tommy Davis hit lefties extremely well. So he will probably come out this ball game here in the seventh. Give me another hitter who can then go in and play left field. Let's see if they have somebody. Roberto Clemente could come in. Let's see. Do they have a left fielder who can play well? Looks like it was a Stan Musial, Duke Snyder. Oh my goodness, folks. Let's see what Henry did. Henry only played right field. Oh my. Willie Mays could only play center field. Oh my. And this really just became an ugly situation for the American League. Clemente can move right to left. I believe doesn't lose any of his stuff. Of course, Clemente was a 3L this season also. So let's see. And this might have been one of his last All-Star game appearances. He got down to it, I'm sure. And that is going to be Stan the Man Musial. So I'll bring Musial out. Look to be a little better hitter than Tommy Davis here. Musial comes up here, left-handed hitter, one away in the seventh. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole with the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive caught. It was only a 1-3 single. Simeon is there, and there's two outs. And now here's Henry Aaron. 1 for 3 at the home run with monster power. Let's see if Cole can work the seventh inning through. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole working from the stretch. Grote to take a lead. Here's the pitch to Aaron. And that's going to be another liner, another one that's it. So retires the side. Let's head to the bottom. Let's head to the bottom of the seventh. Or there's two outs. Sorry, it should have been Aaron. Let's see what happens. Sorry. Hang on. We got let's see if the game doesn't boot me out here. Ooh. Hang on. One momento. That's why I don't play the trivia. Kind of froze me here. So give me a second to let whatever just jinxed me here. looks like I've been Danhausen cursed here. So let's head to the bottom of second and seventh in a minute with the score 3-1 American League. Luckily, Strat does have an auto save built in case this does crash quickly and I have to pull it back up. But hopefully, this game will head back into regular playing mode in one moment. So give me a second while it does this, and we'll get back to you for regular baseball here in the bottom of the seventh. D. Scott Howard, how you doing? Yeah, not a solid looking bench, unfortunately. I did not like my options, so we're just letting this come back up. Hopefully, to do that. So let's see. Ooh, not much there, folks. So let's see. Let's see if this thing is going to totally crash or not. Ooh, come on. Not sure why I just did this. I may have to pull the game up really fast here. Let's see if I may have to. If I boot out and boot back in, please stand by. It'll only take me a moment to do this. So go grab a drink, do what you need to do. Might have to call this and call it right back up. So give me a second. Be right back, guys. So stay put. Let's see. Did it give me the game back? It might have. It might have. Let's see. No, I don't see it. So yeah, give me a moment here so I can go ahead and do this. So let's bring baseball back up. So give me one momento to do this. Luckily, there is just a quick and fast call up option. So let's do the open game. It should have a save at 7:50. It should have a save hopefully at, let's see where that is. Auto save right there at 7:52 my time. So they did make a save. Let's go ahead and bring that back up real fast. Here we go. Henry Aaron is due. Oh, they're let Aaron bat again. So it looks like that at bat did not came back up. It's back up. Aaron is up. We are back. D. Scott, thank you for coming in, of course, my friend. Welcome in. Barbara, again, Mr. G, Mr. Double G. Again, we thank everyone, including Legend Sports Universe, coming in. Again, a wonderful game we're having here tonight. A little bit of a sports time machine challenge. The American League of 2023 leading the National League All Stars of 1963, and it's 3-1 in the top of the seventh inning, like it never happened. So we'll let Aaron swing. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be ground ball to short, hit at Seager, and that should retires the side again. Let's see. And there it is. Yep, we at least went to the bottom of the seventh here. So Roberto Clemente, or I just leave in Musial. Oh no, Musial is not good at that point in his career. So Bobby will come in. He'll stay in right field. And we'll go ahead and move Aaron to left field. We'll do that. Yeah, this bench is has to get tweaked anyway. So let's head to the bottom of the seventh as Sandy Koufax will come in again. The outfielders now all ones, Aaron, Mays, and Clemente. So here is a Randy Arozarena had that monster home run his first time up to 15% chance. They've had two big hits. Of the three hits have been home. 2 of the 5 hits have been home runs. So Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax in the pitch to seventh. Here's the pitch to Arozarena, and that's a strikeout for number 12 for Koufax. Here's Ali Rushman. He's 0 for 2. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in, and the pitch to him. That's a ground ball to short. Hit Eckroth, throws to the first and got him for the second out. 2 quick outs. Here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 1 for 2 in the ball game. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax nods. Here is the pitch to Vlad. And that's a base hit for Vlad. He's got 2 hits in this ball game. So Vladimir with 2 hits. Marcus Semien, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax working from the stretch. He's not getting tired. He's not coming out. Here's the pitch to Semien. And that's a pop up to short. Grant Grote waits for it, makes the catch, and we head to the eighth. It's 3-1 American League. 3-6-1 for the American League and 1-4-1 for the National League. Bill White, Willie Mays, and Willie McCovey to bat. So left, right, left, left. So a bunch of lefties. This is where they can pull Cole, but Cole says, "Leave me out there." He's being the bulldog like he is. Sign for him. Cole looks in. Here's the pitch to Bill White. And that's going to be a strikeout for Garrett Cole. Hasn't had many of them. That is going to be strikeout number 3. 4 hits, 4 walks, and 3 Ks so far. Here's Mays. He's had the one big hit for the National League, the home run. He's 1 for 3 in this ball game. Big right-handed hitter. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole nods, and here's the pitch to Mays. And that's a strikeout for Cole. Oh, he's going to go out and style. 2 outs in the 8th. And here is 1 for 3 so far. Rushman puts down the sign. Cole looks in. Here's the pitch to Willie McCovey. Is tired. He'll probably come out. He'll probably be out. It's probably his last inning of work. We head to the 8th. It's 3-1 American League. Kourax will stay out there to pitch to Ohtani, Rodriguez, and Seager here in the 8th. Bailey puts down a sign. Sandy Koufax looks in. Here's the pitch to Shohei Ohtani. And Ohtani hits a drive to right center field. Could be trouble. Mays makes a basket catch. What a catch from Willie Mays. He base hits if that gets past him. But Mays with a circus catch. 1 out in the 8th for Julio Rodriguez. He's 0 for 3. Bailey puts down the sign. Koufax looks in. Here's a big leg kick to Julio. Ground ball to third. Hits it at Boyer. Throws it across the first, and there's 2 outs here in the 8th. Here's Seager. 1 for 3 runs scored. So Bailey puts down the sign. Left-handed of God pitching to the left-handed Seager. Here's the pitch to Seager. And that's a fly ball to the left field. Aaron with the catch in. 6 long innings to the National League. Let's head to the 9th. Does the National League have a rally in their bones, or do they? Let's go to the 9th. 3-1 American. And Garrett Cole will come out of this ball game since he is officially tired. Who is the closer on this team? I'm going to go to the Rock, Felix Bautista. So from the Baltimore Orioles, Felix Bautista will come in pitch for the Birds. So here's Bautista, 8-2, 33 saves, 1.48 ERA, 30 hits, 10 Ks over those innings. What kind of card does he have? Oh, he's got a good one. So this will either be you hit me or you don't. It will be Bailey, Boyer, and Grote, probably some pinch hitters. So Bailey will come out probably as a hitter. They have Johnny Edwards who can catch. So basically they can throw in anyone at this point. They could go to an older Duke Snyder. Let's see. Oh, boy, Felix Bautista holds such a dominating force here. We'll go to Orlando Cepeda. I think he has the best stats of anyone here and see if he can get a big hit. So Orlando Cha-Cha Cepeda, 316 hitter, 34 homers, 97 runs batted in. Rushton puts down the sign. Bautista looks in. Oh, my God, he's a +9. They did not notice that. Here's the pitch to Cepeda. And that's a strikeout to Cepeda. I guess if you don't run, I guess if you can't get on base, you're not going to be able to run against him. Here's Ken Boyer. He's 0 for 3 for home runs. We'll leave him out there to hit. Rushton puts down the sign. Bautista with the big windup to pitch to Boyer. And that's a strikeout, the second strikeout of the inning. And now it comes down to Dick Grote. He'll probably get called back also. They do have a third baseman in Torrey. And nope, not Torrey. They have Ron Santo. So let's see. We'll go to Ron Santo here. Again, probably the best bat on the bench. That'll be Maury Wills who can play short. So Santo will come in. So Santo on this season, 25 home runs, 99 RBIs, hit 297. Rushman puts down the sign. Batista the Rock looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Sano. Fly ball to center. Julio Rodriguez makes the catch, and the ball game is over. 2023 gets a huge win over the National League All-Stars of 1963 in this game, 3-1. It was the National League scoring first in the fourth on the home run by Mays. American League came back with a run in the fifth, and then they got the two big runs in the sixth. Home runs by Mays, Judge, and Rosarina. RBIs by Mays, Judge with two RBIs, and Rosarina with the one. For the National League, they had a bunch of guys with one hit. That was Davis, Aaron, Mays, and Bailey. For the American League All-Stars, they had a Guerrero Jr. was 2 for 3. Rosarina was 1 for 3 with the home run. Judge 1 for 2, run scored 2 RBIs. Seager 1 for 4 with the RBI, and Marcus Simeon was 1 for 4. The win would go to Garrett Cole. He goes 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 run was earned, 4 walks, and a strikeout. Gave up the home run. Batista came in, got the save, 1 inning with 2 strikeouts. Kourax went all 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs those earned. 1 walk, 12 strikeouts, gave up no score. American League 3 and the National League 1. All right, folks, let's say goodbye, folks. Again, hope to get more baseball out here later. Well, thank you, folks. I appreciate it, everyone. We're going to, and let's see, just reading back in the chat. And yes, this is an excellent ballpark. This was the ballpark. Oh, that's why I did it. That's why I played it here. I have a nice amount of people here, folks. I thank you again for coming in. And I want to say thank you to everyone. D. Scott Howard, Barbara, thank you. Cutter Historical. Why do I see 7th inning? Let's see. Oh, did the game not change? Oh, sorry, folks. You know what? Maybe when I switched the game over, it didn't switch. Maybe I had to reset my screen. My fault on that one. That is totally my fault. You basically just heard a radio broadcast of the call, I guess. My fault. I'll have to make sure this never does it again. I have to wipe out the screen, stop sharing. Thank you, Mr. GG. I haven't seen you. I guess it's Greg. Okay. Oh, thank you, Greg. Appreciate D. Scott coming in. Cotter Historical. Again, please like. I appreciate you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't. We will see you again down the line. Hopefully, maybe later today, playing some hoops basketball by Jeff Sheridan, and maybe do the tournament. So we'll see you again later on. Talk to you later. And again, I appreciate you guys coming in for